if you were brought up, like if you were brought up as a little boy, hopefully this doesn't happen anymore, but people my age, little boys were often told to sort of not show their sensitive side. They were told not to cry. They've got to be brave. They've got to be a brave little soldier. Even that language, soldier, you know, bringing in fighting and war. Boys were sort of very often taught to be strong and brave and not cry. So many men now have in their shadow sensitivity and crying and showing emotion because they were shamed maybe when they got upset or told, oh no, you know, no tears, you've got to be strong. And so they thought, oh, okay, this isn't the way to behave. I need to bury that part of me because it's not acceptable because I'm a man and I have to be strong. So there's an example. It might be that when you were a child, your parents taught you to be quiet and behave yourself and not be loud or showy because, you know, they didn't want you to behave in a certain way so that people would think you were a brat and you were spoiled. So that showy, loud part of us, the expressive part of us, might have been buried because we were taught to sit quietly and draw and play and be nice children. So we might have buried that. We may have been spiteful to a sibling, and we were told not to be nasty and not to be spiteful and not to push somebody when they've upset us. And so we push that part of ourselves into our shadow. So that there can be some unpleasant things in the shadow. There can be some things that you've buried because you're happy that they're buried, but there can be some things in the shadow that would be quite useful to bring up and integrate. But we can't really pick and choose when we start doing this work. We really need to look at what's there, welcome what's there, show love to what's there so that we're not ashamed of any parts of us, so that when those parts of us do try and come up, they don't feel quite so uncomfortable because we just recognize that they're just parts of the human experience. And we're not designed as humans to be perfectly well behaved all the time.